Lockdown update. The world has been pushed into a frightening, surreal era where we, the people, have become pawns in the great game being played by unelected institutions and non state actors that have assumed unprecedented power to not just subvert a country, but to turn the entire human civilization on its head. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. COVID 19 scamdemic is a tool, a means to that end. Most people are still afraid of this virus and are talking about the threat that it poses, which, in my opinion, is engineered and fake. Some experts are beginning to come out of the woodwork and talk about it, and you can find some of that information on YouTube before they get pulled down. But really, it comes down to just a few basics. How many people are really dying because of COVID? Number of deaths are being inflated by influencing doctors to falsely identify cause of death as COVID-19. I mean, you got to be blind not to notice what's happening. There are a lot many more videos out there talking about these issues, even if some are constantly being pulled down by YouTube or other media platforms. My question to you all is, what are you prepared to do about it? Just sharing on social media is not enough. I mean, we can share stuff a million times, a gazillion times. We can keep banging our keyboard till our fingers start falling off. Nothing will happen because governments are not counting how many fingers are banging keyboards. Folks need to get off the armchair and do something measurable. Put boots on the ground, ask direct questions to politicians, write letters, join mass litigations against officials that are subverting democracy and taking away your freedom. There needs to be a mass movement that challenges the government, works to replace it with another that better represents public interest. I mean, we all have our own limitations. Some can write letters better than shout through a loudspeaker on main streets. Some are better at public litigations. Others are good at writing or singing protest songs on marches. Some are good at working with voters in municipal levels to bring change from the bottom up, town by town, district by district. Whatever we can do, this is without a question the most challenging time we are facing in our entire lives. And the challenge has nothing at all to do with any real virus. The goal of the cartel is to exert dictatorial control over our lives, turning us into pawns and owned property to live or die as the overlords choose. I'm amazed that the world in general is still buying it and not rising up in revolt as their lives are being turned upside down. However, as Margaret Mead so famously said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Those of us who realize that our freedom is being taken away by force have a duty to perform. I mean, it would be nice to get big numbers in support, but we don't really need millions. I mean, like Margaret Mead had said, just a handful of committed individuals is enough for now. The real question facing us is, what are we prepared to do?